My records are just all jumbled up because I had them all filed in alphabetical order where I could get to them, and then I just started bringing them down here to the record player, and they're really nice. You know this one, Boss Tenor by Gene Ammons? I asked Tommy Flanagan about that. I said, "What do you remember about that date?" He said, "We finished in under 3 hours." Can you believe that record was made in less than 3 hours? And here's the Dizzy with Sonny Rollins and Sonny Stitt, the one that I was telling you about earlier. That's the record that made me want to become a jazz musician.
Hold that up. Keep that pose. How old were you when you got that?
13.
13.
Yeah.
Who spoke to you more, Rollins or Stitt?
Oh, Sonny Rollins. That F blues solo and that B flat blues solo. Just that F blues solo is to this day the best blues tenor solo I ever heard in my life. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is, like, my teacher had already turned me on to Soul Train and Giant Steps, which I loved a lot, of course. But there's something about the way that Sonny played the time and the way he played it between the beats, and it wasn't just 16th notes and 8th notes, that really fascinated me. You know, like when a saxophone player plays a lot of 8th notes and 16th notes, you know, it's just a matter of figuring out what those notes are. But Sonny would make these beautiful rhythmic and melodic statements without playing predictable rhythms, and that, to me, that's the essence of the magic of this music. And those solos that he plays on here, they're just stunning.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah. And let's see.
You got two Basie Atomics.
Yeah. Well, I got a scratch on one of them, and I ordered another one because I was one of the few possessions that I'm really neurotic about, and I think the scratch was on that wonderful slow blues where Lockjaw Davis plays that incredible solo. I think it's called After Supper or something like that. And that's just a real magical moment. And also Frank Foster's solo on Splanky. We played that in our band in high school, and that's a solo that I transcribed, and I would play it I'd play like half of it with the band, and then make something up of my own, which I would have probably done well if I transcribed the whole thing. That's a cool one.
Got a lot of Sonny Rollins there.
I love Sonny Rollins. The Stanley Tarantine live at Minton's, boy, it's the best I ever heard Stanley Tarantine play, and it really, you get this. I love live recordings where you really get more of the way the instrument sounds rather than the way that they're kind of enhanced in the studio. And this right here is just one of my all-time favorite records. Good Old Broadway by Coleman Hawkins. You know that one? It's with Tommy Flanagan and Major Holly and Eddie Locke, which was his working band in the early 60s. And it's the most beautiful version of Smoke Gets in Your Eyes I ever heard. And Tommy and I were getting ready to make a record about 5 years ago, a little longer. And I was thinking about recording that tune, and we were over at his house, and I said, let's try it. And he started playing an introduction. It was almost the same introduction he played on this record. And I said, no, I think I better leave that one alone. But Hawkins really sounds beautiful on that. And then there's this, speaking of smoke gets in your eyes, there's this record of Dinah Washington singing it. You know that one? And she does A Cottage for Sale. That's a great record. And Jimmy Rolls singing How Deep is the Ocean? Jimmy and George Mraz. I love that one a lot. And Ivy Anderson with Duke Ellington. You know those things? And when I was first moved to New York, I used to listen to Ed Beach on Saturday morning, and he played this, and I went out and got it. It's a beautiful record. But anyway, I'm lucky enough to have a lot of really great old LPs from the old days.